Happy 420 Day, Erwin.
Good morning, Frank. How are you? Happy 420 Day.
So 420 Day is obviously a celebratory day for people in the cannabis business. We're surrounded by a lot of your colleagues, CEOs, and things like that. But we do have to talk about the stocks. They've certainly been under pressure over the last year, yours included. Your stock down today as well. With just the trend of state-level legalization, more people using and having access to cannabis than ever before. About 248 million people in the U.S. alone. Why do the stocks continue to be under pressure?
So, Frank, good question. And you see how many people are here today. This conference was not around, 3-4 years ago. And you look at the interest that's here. You look at the interest that's in the cannabis world. You look how big the industry is. It's a $100 billion industry in the U.S. It's a $10 billion industry in Canada. We're in our infancy stages. And without the SAFE Bank acting, you don't get institutions within your shareholder base. And I think what's important is this here. There's lots of confusion. I get asked every day, Erwin, how come you guys can't own MSOs or retail in New York now that's legalizing, or New Jersey? Because we trade on the NASDAQ, we trade on the Toronto Stock Exchange. So institutions are not owning cannabis stocks right now. We have over 400 million shares outstanding. Majority of our shareholders today are retail shareholders that are in and out. So I think the SAFE Bank Act passing is important, and then ultimately shareholders understanding the benefits of cannabis and understanding the benefits of how they're going to make money. Listen, I see a huge industry here to really take off.
Well, in all fairness, I think everybody sees the huge industry. And you're mentioning the SAFE Banking Act. There's actually 4 reform bills being considered by Congress. Their path to pass both chambers really unclear. The one that passed the House, the MORE Act, generally seen as having no chance to pass in the Senate. But stocks are also valued on future earnings. At some point, we're going to see even greater state-level legalization and potentially federal legalization. Why aren't investors seeing that potential and buying your stocks now?
So, Frank, I put out there last year in July a $4 billion plan of how to get Tilray brands to $4 billion. And that's based on Canada, where it's legal both in adult use and medical. In the U.S. today, we own Breckenridge Distilleries, which is a bourbon business. We own Sweetwater Brewery, which is a beer business. We own Manitoba Harvest. In Europe, we sell within 20 countries today of medical cannabis. Europe will legalize over the next year or so. So we have a plan in place. And ultimately, we see legalization happening within the U.S. We will look to either buy, merge, or something and have $1.5 billion, of sales within the U.S. So again, listen, there's no industry that hit the ground running, was profitable day one. What I want to build here is a consumer packaged good company built around cannabis brands, built around brands and spirits and beers that are adjacency to the cannabis industry.
So I think most people's horizon for U.S. legalization is a bit nebulous. We really don't know, and there's no clear pathway towards it. One thing you mentioned is that you're listed on a major exchange, the New York Stock Exchange, the NASDAQ. Why not take your stock, which is already a Canadian company, off one of those exchanges, list in Canada, then you can buy one of those U.S. licenses and have access to the U.S. market?
So, great question. I get that asked many times, and a lot of times I get criticized, so they don't. Listen, we'll trade 25, 30 million shares a day with retail investors, and today we can have institutional shareholders owning our stock. If I trade on the Canadian Stock Exchange, very little liquidity. And one of the things that's important, Frank, is you build out this industry, you build out Tilray. I still need to raise money to do acquisitions, to pay down debt. In 2023, our fiscal year, which begins June, we'll be cash flow positive. So with that, I want us to be a NASDAQ company, a Toronto Stock Exchange company, where I can bring institutional shareholders in. I have a good float, and I have to raise money to be able to, afford my growth that I need in this company.